TransHub, and this is my channel. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about the new fare promotions that the MTA has in store for all of us strap hangers. Yes, so today's commentary episode in a long while will be about the new fare promotions that the MTA has in store for all of its riders in 2022. It's only for commuter railroad riders such as Long Island Railroad and Metro North and New York City Transit. All right. Now. I have some news to share with you guys. Now, back on January 2nd, January 3rd, one of those days, right? Some 28-year-old Hispanic male, right, tried to jump the turnstile at the 71st Continental Avenue stop in Forest Hills, Queens at around 6:45 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, he tried to jump to the turnstile, but he slipped through the turning pole part of the turnstile. He slipped onto the turnstile, and he had a very nasty landing. His head was on the ground, and his body weight was crushing, was crushing his head, which ended up breaking his neck, killing him. He died right there on the spot. He should have paid his fare, and it'll be on his merry way. Now, before I also continue on with this podcast, I would also like to express my heartfelt condolences to the passings of Betty White, Sidney Poitier, and Bob Saget. They were all of my favorite public figures. We love you guys. We love you guys, and we will miss you dearly. You guys will always be in our minds. You guys will always be in our minds and forever in our hearts. And if anyone disrespects them, just go after them. Okay? Thank you. Now, we also have another incident, the deadly Bronx fire that happened a few days ago. That happened last Sunday. It was so horrific and so horrible. 17 people passed away, which consists of 9 children and 8 adults. And they're all part of the same family, 4 families apart. Lives are forever torn apart from this, and people who lived in that building had to be relocated to hotels as courtesy of the American Red Cross. And I was watching New York 1, and they did a flashback of that creepy, horrible ad, that public service announcement talking about close the door. I'm not gonna lie, I remember that ad when I was younger, and that ad honestly sent chills down my spine just thinking about it, and just by watching it and by remembering it. It was so horrifically horrible. Alright, so disgusting, so horrible. Now, this said the reason part of the investigation is that the building that had these self-closing doors or something of that nature, and the investigation is still ongoing. But believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, all of the deadliest fires that ever happened in New York City, it's always the Bronx. Always the Bronx. Okay, we had that Happy Land nightclub incident in 1990, where this one person got so mad because he got kicked out of the club, and then he came back and set the whole place on fire. blocking all the doors, burned the place down, killing 87 people, I believe. His ass is in jail right now, serving life without parole. Life without parole. I don't think he's released yet. Or they have no plans to release him at all because he's serving multiple life sentences without parole, because that was so premeditated. That was just so premeditated. Alright. Oh, and also 4 years ago, another Bronx fire happened because some little child was playing with the nozzle on the stove, which set the whole apartment on fire, which ended up setting parts of the building on fire, which ended up killing 13 people, I believe, including an army serviceman. So horrible, so horrible. So horrible. Rest in peace to all those who passed away, and our thoughts and prayers will be with those who are continuing to survive, who are displaced at this time, because this is our city, and we need to come together, and we have to stand for our own. Because remember this: at the end of the day, no one will be there for each other but us, because we are real true New Yorkers, and we're in this together. We're in this together. So again, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on with this. Let's move on with the presentation slides. Now, this was released on December 15th, 2022. Alright, so let's see what's in store here. Goals. What are our goals here? Attract lapsed customers, incentivize infrequent riders to travel more often, and keep the MTA on solid financial footing. Win customers back to the MTA with fair products that are more affordable, more flexible, and more fair. Yeah, $275 is not fair. You really want to get customers back in here, you can at least knock the base price fare down to $2. I promise you. More people will be pouring into the system like crazy. I promise you that. New fare promotions for the first half of 2022. Long Island Railroad Metro North, effective February 25th, 2022. 20% discounts on on 20-trip e-tix ticket, additional 10% on monthly pass, city ticket expansion to weekday off-peak, and for New York City Transit, which will be effective 3 days after, on February 28th, 2022, OMNY weekly fare capping. Long Island Railroad and Metro North Railroad, 20% discount on 20% trip ticket. A flexible plan for those not yet ready to return to a monthly ticket. 20% off one-way peak fares to and from Zone 1, 60-day validity, and e-tix ticket. Encourages e-tix growth and ease transition back to peak fares, which will be in effect on February 25th, 2022. Now this is a good plan, or somewhat of a good plan, for the people that either ride along on a railroad or the Metro North. Like, if you're like, let's say you have a job, right, and it's hybrid, right? Sometimes you have to come in person, sometimes you have to be remote online. This is a good plan, especially the fact that not everyone will be there. Not everyone will be there yet at their buildings, at their workplaces, and what have you. This is a good start. It could be an ease transition back into the work world, and with 20% one-way peak fares, especially to and from Zone 1, it's a win-win. Alright. Sorry. 10% discount on monthly passes. Incentivize monthly ticket purchases, an additional 10% off monthly ticket, 58 to 71% off one-way peak fares depending on zones of travel. Each transition back to peak fares effective on February 25th, 2022. Now, this is for the monthly riders, right? Right, for every time that you pay for your monthly pass, right, you get an additional 10% off your monthly ticket. 58 to 71%, which is at least, which is 70% at the max off one-way peak fares dependent on zones of travel. Now this will be now, as you guys remember, as I did the other side, right? We have 20% off of one-way peak fare tickets, right? This right here, if we go with the monthly pass, that's a little bit over 3.5 times the amount of fares off your one-way peak fare zones depending on your zones of travel. Let's say if you're traveling from zone 1 to zone 3 and vice versa, you can get that discount, and get free rides. Well, not necessarily free rides. You can get your discount, and you get to save money on the process. And you get to save money in the process. City ticket expansion. City ticket expanded to allow travel on Long Island Railroad and Metro North within New York City on weekdays off peak. $5 travel within city zone. Valid for use on date of purchase. Additional provides additional and more affordable transit options to New York City customers. Makes the best of existing empty seats on trains without stressing network capacity. Encourages off-peak travel. Effective on February 25th, 2022. All right. Now, as you guys can see in this map, right? This is all of New York City, right? All right. Let's start with the Long Island Railroad first, right? You got the city terminal zone, okay? You got Atlantic Terminal, Nostrand Avenue, East New York, Penn Station, Woodside, Forest Hills, Kew Gardens, Jamaica, Hollis, Queens Village, St. Albans, Lancaster Manor, Laurelton, and Rosedale. And then if we switch over to the Port Washington branch, we got Mets Willis Point, which is open during game days only, or whenever Citi Field is in operation. You got Flushing Main Street, Murray Hill, Broadway, Arbondale, Bayside, Douglaston, and Little Neck. Switch over to Metro North. You got Grand Central Terminal, Harlem 125th Street, Yankees East 153rd Street, Melrose, Morris Heights, Tremont, University Heights, Fordham, Marble Hill, Botanic Garden, Wilson Bridge, Sutton Dibble, Woodlawn, Riverdale, and Wakefield. So wherever you go, whichever station you line up on within the city limits, you get to only pay $5. And it says weekdays off peak. It should be off peak 24/7, not just weekdays. Weekends are off peak too. And even late nights are off peak too. So if anything, it should be $5 during off peak hours at all times. And you know where they got that plan from? They got it from the Atlantic ticket from Long Island Railroad. If you guys ride the train to and from Atlantic Terminal, you know what the Atlantic ticket is. You pay $5 for your ticket, and then you can have ease of transfer to either the subways and or the city buses. OMNY weekly fare capping. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after these messages. Okay, now Omni weekly fare capping, right? Now, if you're an Omni customer, you might want to listen and see this. Omni customers will be automatically upgraded to unlimited rides each weekly period. After 12 full fare rides each Monday through Saturday, all rides are free. Works works with any Omni compatible payment method. No Omni account required. Customers can track process at omni.info. Eliminates guesswork and financial risk of choosing between weekly unlimited and pay-per ride options. Encourages frequent riders to ride more. Encourages Omni growth. Effective this February 28th, 2022. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about this, but in order for you to get the Omni fare capping, in order for you to get this Omni fare capping and the free rides and whatever, right? You would have to pay $33, which is the same amount as a weekly unlimited Metro card. That's the same price that you have to spend on a week with Omni between at least Monday to Sunday, at least, or Monday to Sunday, and you get 4 rides free. I'm going to show you the next slide. You might want to look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. This is how the Omni weekly fare capping works. So you pay regular $2.75 per ride Monday all the way through at least Saturday, and then on Sunday, and then Monday at least through Saturday or through Sunday at the very least. And then you get the rest of your rides free. So 16 rides in total. If you spend 12 rides in a week, you get 4 rides free. Omni customers will be automatically upgraded to unlimited rides each weekly period. After 12 full fare rides each Monday through Sunday, all the rides are free. But it still doesn't answer my question, though. My question to the MTA is, right? You pay $33 for a weekly Metro card, right? And you get all the unlimited rides on it, right? If I were to pay Omni with either my bank card, I don't use my bank card, by the way. My phone, I don't use that either. Or with the Omni card that I got from 7-Eleven. By the way, TA, you really need to start expanding those Omni cards, not to only just 7-Eleven, but it needs to be in stores like Walmart. It needs to be in stores like CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, gas stations, anywhere that sells, supermarkets, any place that sells gift cards. That's where Omni needs to be at, and you need to train the workers at these stores on how to put money onto people's Omni cards. You have to train the workers on how to do that. You have to do that. Alright, so here's the thing, right? If I use my Omni card for weekly unlimited rides, right? Would I get the same weekly unlimited rides as I would with a Metro card? As if I would use a Metro card? Like, that's what we need to find out about all this. But you know what? I'm just only showcasing what's ahead of us for next month, or at the very least at the end of next month, because we don't know how all this is going to play out. But we'll find out. But we'll find out next month. When we do when all this comes into effect. and we'll be right back here on this commentary video. All right. So without further ado, this is the end of this video. If you like this video, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to rate, comment, share, subscribe to the Transportation Hub YouTube channel for more hot fresh content. Make sure that you follow the hub on Twitter, Instagram, like this Facebook page, like and follow the Facebook page, and to make sure that you are listening to the Hub Talk Chronicles podcast, where I discuss all things transit and transportation, what goes on in New York City, the state, our nation, and the entire world. Yeah, things that can be said on the podcast but cannot be said on YouTube. So that is it for here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ed Miller with the Transportation Hub signing off, and I will see all of you at the next stop.